Good morning, guys. It's Olivia with Denim Ink. Um, I just woke up like way too early, and I'm actually running fairly late for school, and I also have to go to work this afternoon. So I'm going to do a quick everyday makeup tutorial the way I always do my makeup, and then a little like get ready with me add-on. I'm going to do my hair and outfit and all like that. So without further ado, let's get started. I of course just woke up. I have nothing on my face. If anything, I just have some residue from my makeup yesterday. Um, so first, because my skin is really dry, and I'm also going to, I thought I had a headband, which I do not. So I'm also going to clip my hair back. Okay, I'm going to start off by putting some lotion on and just using my normal moisturizer, which is St. Ives Daily Hydrating Body Lotion with Vitamin E. I love this stuff. I've been using it for years. It is wonderful, and it's like all natural and not tested on animals, no petroleum products, all like that, which of course are all things that I look for. So I just finished moisturizing, and I got my little mirror here, so if I start looking away, that's why. Let's get back. I'm just going to make sure that I don't have any more residue. Think we're good. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to put a primer on my eyes, and I always do my eyes first so that if I have any mistakes or fallout from eyeshadow, I can just wipe that away so it doesn't make my under eyes look any darker. Most people use an actual primer for their eyes, and I love Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion. I am almost out. It's like I'm saving it. It's kind of expensive. I got it just to try it out, and I like it. I've had it for a little over a year. So it lasts a long time because you only need a little bit. But for every day, I just use my under eye concealer, and it works. It almost better than that. It works really well. So I'm using CoverGirl's. Um, I don't know. It's like their. Sorry, it's still early. Just their primer, and my alarm's going off. Sweet. And it's in Fair, I believe. I have to get like the lightest of the light for everything. My skin's so fair. So I'm just going to do a couple little swipes. It looks like a lipstick. The first time I saw my dad's girlfriend using it, I thought she had flesh colored lipstick, and I thought that was weird. Until I realized, oh wait, no, that's just a primer. So I'm gonna just blend that in, and I kind of bring it up my eyebrows because they kind of like to do their own thing. So it kind of tames them. And the other side. Okie dokie. That's done. Next, I'm going to use this brush. I have a nice brush set that I'll maybe show you another time when we have a little bit more time, but I like to use this for my eyeshadow. And I'm going to, where to go? Not use that. I'm going to be using eyeshadows from the Color Institute. It's this really interesting looking palette. I've had it forever. I've only just started using it. But I'm going to be using this one right here as like a base, which I'm almost out of too. But I like to use nice light skin tone, kind of brown kind of warm everything up, and kind of set it so that it doesn't just look like, oh hey, here's some eyeshadow. I want to be able to blend it nicely, hence the nice foundation color. So, and I'm just going to put that everywhere, all over. And yeah, I'm moving kind of quickly. I can always do a more in-depth video another time. And I think, time permitting, I'm going to curl my hair, and I can always go in later with a tutorial on how I curl my hair, especially quickly. Okay, next I'm going to be using this shimmery gold color on my lid, but I'm going to kind of be going, I don't know, maybe 2/3 and out to the corner. So I'm going to put that on my brush, and then put that on. And I like to go into my crease a little bit and up. It gives it a nice, I don't know, I just like the way it looks. Needless to say, I am not a professional. This is just how I do it. I find that it works for me, and I like the turnout, so I want to share it with you guys to see if maybe you can get some benefit out of it too. Okay. Awesome. And this looks a little weird right now, I realize. Don't worry, we'll fix it. So next, I'm going to be using this palette by Maybelline. It's Hush Tints. I've had this forever. I think I got it as a stocking stuffer in like 8th grade. But I'm going to be using this color right here. It's kind of it's almost got an orangey red tone to it. It's kind of a very, I don't know, I love the color, but I like to use it in my crease, but I bring it down a little bit and up into my crease. Just like this. More in the corner of my eye, especially during the day when I'm going to school or work. I don't want to use it. I don't like using a nicer, or am I using nice compulsively? I don't like using a darker tone of eyeshadow. I just want to keep everything light and bright and very natural looking. So, continue on this side. Okay, and so I'm just going to kind of dust that off, and I'm going to blend. And what a lot of people do, especially makeup artists, you can use a new paintbrush. Like I've got this guy here. As long as it's new and clean, lots of people do that, and it works really well, and it's very much cheaper. Especially if you're doing like makeup for entertainment purposes, i.e. theater, movies, music, whatever, because that's more oil-based, and that can really clog up your brush. And also, if you decide to do something like that, always, always, always wash your face before and after. That's just, you don't want to break out. So, eyeshadow, done. Eyeliner. I like to use Almay's Intense Eye Color. This is black. It's something about good for green eyes and makes it pop. Whatever. I just like the fact that when you twist it up, you can see how much you have, and there's a sharpener on the back in case you want a nice sharp point, which I do sometimes. And then when it dulls down a little bit like this, it's my preferred sharpness. I used to use CoverGirl, and theirs just kept breaking, and I couldn't tell how much I had, and it was just a disaster. And you don't want to pull, oh dear, you don't want to pull on your eye when you do this because it will give you crow's feet, and well, no one wants that, right? So I just do a nice thin line. I don't like my eyeliner super dark, and I do go all the way into the corner. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It kind of just depends on my mood, I guess. And I do like to be a little thicker on the outside. Up a little bit. Because I find that if you go all the way to the corner and then do your waterline, it kind of makes my eyes look bigger and brighter, which I like, especially since during the school year when I'm working and going to school, have extracurriculars. I dance and climb. I'm the president of the climbing club, all like that. So I'm busy. I don't sleep quite as much as I need to. So anything I can do to make my eyes like more awake and bigger and brighter, I totally take advantage of. Okay, there's that eye. Switch over to the other guy. And sorry if this is kind of a strange video. It's my first makeup tutorial. So by all means, leave any critique you have. Okay, both eyes are lined, and you can kind of line it how you like. This is how I do it. And so next, and I like to save my mascara and touch-ups and special things that I do for the last. So I'm going to take a little bit of makeup remover on my finger. Right now I'm using Sephora's waterproof eye makeup remover. It's almost gone. I use it a lot. I like it a lot. I also have Mary Kay's eye makeup remover, and I really like that. I want to get some of those wipes, like makeup remover wipes. I used to use those when I was little for dance and stuff. So I keep wanting to get some of those. But I just go in underneath my eyes and kind of up in case I decide to have a little too much fun doing my eyeshadow and like get it out, you know. Because, well, for some reason I like to do that sometimes. I don't know. It just happens. So I have everything all cleaned up now. And so I'm going to start on my face. Again, I just moisturized, and I'm going to be using CoverGirl's Clean for Normal Skin in 105 Ivory. Again, I used the light color and everything. So I'm just going to pour some, it's almost empty, I need to get some more. Pour some on my hand, just kind of blot it. Let's see if it will focus. Kind of what I've got going on. And I'm just going to kind of put some dots. It always looks kind of weird at first, especially like if I have a friend over and we're getting ready for something, they see me doing this, they're like, so what are you doing? I'm like, well, this works really well for me. And I might need a little bit more to get my nose. And I always do blend down into my neck a little bit. Okay. And I have this brush that I use for my foundation. And I just kind of start and blot. And when you use a brush, you always want to blot and not like swipe and sweep it over, because this will give you a much more natural looking coverage so it doesn't look caked on. And I do have a few blemishes and red spots, and that this, for the most part, covers it fairly well. If I have any big problem issues, I will go back in and fix that as needed. Go down the side of my nose. Okay, and sometimes I kind of go back in and fix these spots with my finger. Depending on what everything looks like first thing in the morning, sometimes I do under eye concealer and sometimes I don't. It depends. Today I don't think I will. Usually if I do, I do all my concealing before I put on my liquid foundation. A lot of people do it the other way around. They put it on afterwards, but whenever I do that, it just makes my eyes look darker and worse, and well, I can do that by myself. I don't need makeup to help me look more tired. So, next I'm going to be doing a layer of powder foundation just to set everything. And I'm going to be using this brush right here, a nice big, huge brush. And I'm going to be using CoverGirl's Clean Pressed Powder in Fair. This too is almost gone. So I just swirl it around, get my brush nice and loaded up on it. And then I sweep in little circles. I go up and around because I want a nice natural looking coverage without everything looking caked on. And if you do it in circles, especially in the direction that little follicles on your face grow naturally, you can have a more natural look because everything won't be pressed down in one bizarre direction. Again, I go down my neck a little bit. And sometimes I do use the little pad that comes with it, especially if I forget a brush, or if I forget my liquid foundation and I'm having some problem areas. So that's good. Next we're going to be doing blush, and my thing with blush, I usually really like to use it, but I haven't been able to find a color that I really like, so sometimes I use my mom's, especially if it's like a nicer occasion and I really need to look nice. And I will be using this blush brush. It's nice and big, but it still kind of has a squeeze down thing going. But for school and stuff, I just use it so I can kind of do the contouring thing so that my face looks a little slimmer. And since I don't have a color that I really like, I go back to the Color Institute palette. It opens up into all sorts of fun things. You have your bronzer and blush and all that sort of stuff. But I'm just going to be using this blush palette right here. There's like 3 different colors. They're all fairly close. So what I do is I just kind of swirl it around in all 3, because you get some shimmer, you get some light, mid-tone, dark, whatever. I don't know, it just works well enough for me, aside from the fact that it doesn't like to come on my brush right now. So you smile, apple of your cheek, sweep up, and I like to go up a little ways. Okay, See the difference? You have a bit of a highlight here. So I'm going to do that again on the other side. There you go. Okay. Next we're going to be doing our mascara. Oh, wait, first, I always kind of have my little eyebrow brush thing and kind of comb it the way I like it. And you will see why in a minute, aside from it kind of just looks nice. Eyelash curler, curl my lashes. This side. Okay, and I use two different mascaras. One being CoverGirl's Clump Crusher in black, and the brush just looks like this. And I like it alright. It doesn't really help with volume, but it's great for separation and lengthening. So I'm just going to do a layer of this. I like to go down to all the way down as far as I can, you know, to the roots. Sweep up. I do try and get as much length as I can because I like long lashes. And the next side. And I found that this dries really quickly, quicker than most mascaras I've used. And then for the top layer, I use one of two mascaras. Sometimes, depending on the day I'm having, if I have to look nice all day, if it needs to last flawlessly all day, or if I'm having a really rough day, going through something weird, and I'm worried that I'll like start crying or something for whatever reason in the middle of the day, I will use, and it looks really super beat up right now, it's kind of weird looking, CoverGirl's like 24-hour stay, whatever it's called, Lash Blast 24-hour, I don't know, it's like a lacquer, it smells like lacquer even, and it stays on forever. Like, usually it doesn't even like to come off when you wash your face and like take all your makeup off, it still likes to stay. But it works, it does its job, to say the least. But most of the time I just like to use this guy right here, which is Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara. It's in this snappy little tube, it's really pretty. My boyfriend gave it to me for my birthday. Our friend sells Mary Kay. And it's just a normal looking brush. It works really well. And it's not waterproof, but it stays very nicely. So if you get like caught in the rain or teary-eyed or whatever, it still stays, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, and I like to go right down, shake it up a little, shimmy it up your lash a bit. Kind of helps add some volume. Okay. And then your under lashes. And I like to kind of set it on the waterline and move it back and wiggle it back and forth a little bit. And draw it down a bit, just get some definition, but not like long, like insect leg lower lashes, because that always looks very bizarre to me. Okay, and then this side. Okie dokie, and we are almost done with our makeup today. So, I like to take dust it off a bit. I like to take this little brush and a finger and the white from my Maybelline palette again, this little guy, and on just like on my middle finger or whatever, get some white eyeshadow on my finger, and I like to dab it right underneath my brow because I find that it kind of highlights and brightens your eye. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then we're going to get some on our little makeup brush, the tiny guy. Close your eye and dab it in the corner. I like to bring it up a little and out a little bit. And then, because this looks kind of funky, especially if you see it closer up, it looks weird. So I'm just going to take my finger and kind of blend it outwards because it really brightens up your eye. Like, you can totally see the difference. This looks more open and awake and brighter, and this guy looks a little darker still. You do have the highlight going on, but the trick with the corner of the eye really, really helps. So, and I learned this trick and many others from Little Camo 93. I would totally go check her out. She has great videos, wonderful tutorials. She knows what she's talking about. I would totally go check her out if I were you. You can learn a bunch of new things. So, I realized I should have heating up my curling iron while doing all of this, so I'm gonna make some room and plug in my curling iron, and while that heats up I'm gonna go get dressed. So I will see you guys in a minute.